Well, Yvonne, how's it going?
It's good. It's good. Nice to meet the Floatplane people.
Is this your first time on Floatplane or?
Yeah, I think it's my first Floatplane exclusive.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Yeah, I can't believe we haven't done a meet the team with you. How's everything going?
It's good. It's really busy right now. Everything's just always changing here. So,
I can only imagine. Okay, so first, I mean,
yeah.
so you're the woman basically behind everything around us. First things first, I just want to obviously congratulate on all your success so far.
Oh,
And
well, I think that's a team thing, but thank you.
well,
It's
okay,
definitely a team thing. There's no way we could have done it. Like, yeah, one person could not have done all of this stuff. So,
fair enough.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's obvious that you've made a lot of sacrifices to make all of this possible. And I know all the staff and like the viewers appreciate all your work.
Well, thank you.
Um, so I just wanted to ask you about those early days of LMG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm correct, you were basically working a full-time pharmacist job and splitting up your check to people like Luke and Ed. Is that right?
Sort of. So to go into more detail, it depends on what time frame you're looking at because we actually LMG started before LMG officially started. So during that time, yes, Linus was still working at NCIX. I was still working my pharmacy job. We were still working on getting all the incorporation, all the legal stuff, working on the deal with Steve, the old owner from NCIX for the channel, just figuring out all of the business planning before we actually launched. We wanted to be prepared. Well, as prepared as you can be.
Right.
And then when we launched, which was, I think, the calendar rollover January 1st, I don't remember the exact timeline. I might have still been doing pharmacy. I might have been off on my maternity leave at that time. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was hard because I would basically, whether it was working the pharmacy all day or having the newborn all day, I was, whenever they were down for a nap or whenever I was off work, I was doing accounting and figuring out all the business insurance and business licenses and just all the invoicing people and coordinating stuff. So it was a lot of work, a lot of hours. It was really stressful during that time.
That's crazy.
The early days spans a really big period of time, I feel like. So there was a period in time where I was on maternity leave and I was doing the baby and the business, but then there was a period of time where I was back at work doing the baby and doing business. And then I think my second mat leave, I literally brought the baby to the office because we were coordinating this office and I was working on all of the build outs with the contractors, like all the, Ethernet and just all the different things that go into construction, finishes, painting, just making sure everything's on track and stuff. So yeah, I feel like whether it's always been one or the other, work or baby and
Right.
work here.
Right. Wow. I mean, I could only imagine like how tired you were like during all this time. What was your like general feeling around that time? Were you ever nervous about like what you
Oh,
were building?
yeah. I mean, yeah, there was so much uncertainty about whether or not this was going to work. We had contingency plan A, B, and C, and just it was like everything was go, go, go. Do our best now, or it's not going to succeed.
Hmm.
So it was basically like do or die time for years, is what it
Right.
felt like.
Right.
I remember the first CES that Linus went to, and every meeting was like do or die, do or die. We got to get the sponsor, or we're not going to make it. And it's just immensely stressful. There's a lot of pressure. Thankfully, it all worked out really well and it all paid off.
How did Linus convince you to, I mean, sacrifice all of your time and money to be able to do this? Like, or was this kind of your idea?
I would say it wasn't either one of us on our own. It was definitely a partnership and a joint decision because without him, the channel wouldn't exist. And like, he's the face of the channel. He's the brains behind the content and stuff at that time. And without me and the funding and the time and the business admin, there's no way he would have been able to start or take that chance because he didn't have a backup for how to pay for some of these things. So it was definitely a joint decision.
And if you don't mind me asking, what did your parents think about all of this? I mean, like I know the reason why I ask is I know a lot of viewers out there, they might be in kind of similar situations. Like they really want to pursue a goal, but family pressures might skew them towards like the status quo.
I think it was a factor for why I ended up doing and holding on to my pharmacist license for so long, and working multiple jobs for so long, but it wasn't the only factor. I mean, just for our own selves, needed that. We needed that backup plan just as a security blanket type thing. But also, yeah, it was nice to, you know, all the sacrifices they made to help me achieve my goals of being a pharmacist and all that stuff. It was hard to disappoint them and let that go until we knew that LMG was going to be successful without it.
Did you always want to be a pharmacist when you were growing up?
No, I always knew I wanted to be in healthcare. I really wanted to help people, but when I was going through high school, my only goal ever was get into UBC. And that was actually really short-sighted of me, because once I got to UBC, I was a little lost. I was like, I don't know what I want to do here. I knew I was going into sciences, but that was it. And when you had to, in first year, a couple of my friends were like, oh yeah, we're doing pharmacy. And I was like, oh, pharmacy. Okay, cool. That sounds interesting. I'm going to sign up too. And that's actually how I ended up getting into that. I knew I wanted to be in healthcare, but that was as far as it went.
What was the number one thing that kind of instilled confidence in you that this would all pan out?
Linus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's part of why I ended up dating and marrying Linus, is just you see so much energy and so much potential, and so like he's really smart and he's really passionate, and when you put all of those things together, it's just like it felt like the ceiling, like there's no ceiling on this. So yeah, that's definitely why.
That's so cute. Was there like a specific moment or anything that was like, oh, everything's gonna be good, this is all gonna work out?
So in the early days, Linus had those moments with the team, but I actually didn't. Like I remember them sitting down, I think it was at a CES over a chicken nugget dinner, being like, we're going to be okay. But because I was in the background, whether that was with the baby or doing pharmacy or whatever, I didn't actually get to have those team moments with them. So my moments were very different. I think it was probably around the 6-month mark when we broke even, I think. I can't remember now. Yeah.
Right.
Where I was just like, okay, this is going to be okay. We're going to survive. But you always, as time goes on, there's different types of those moments because the scale changes, the scope changes. It's like, okay, we're making this. We had another one of those moments when we purchased the building that we're in here. It's like, oh my gosh, we're literally mortgaging everything in our life to make this happen. Is this going to work? And then, a few months into that, it was like, okay, everything's going to be okay. The building's coming together. We're using the space. We've outgrown it now. Oh my gosh, we need to do it again. Like it's constant reinvestment of time. And I feel like you just, over the years, have many of those moments.
You mentioned a lot about being a mother, like a new mother specifically around those times. And I'm just curious, like that's a huge task on its own. How did you balance motherhood and, being, I guess, CFO for the company at the same time?
I don't think I was handling it particularly well, to be honest. I'm the kind of person that wants to do well at everything, and when I'm not doing well at everything, I feel like I'm failing. I have really high expectations of myself, and I think that Linus will probably say that rubs off on him, and that just gives him this internal pressure and drive to do better. We kind of push each other forward like that. But it definitely did not help during that time when I was basically learning 2 new jobs. I was learning how to do accounting and running a business and learning how to raise a baby. I definitely suffered from postpartum depression and had to kind of figure that out while I was doing it. And I think it was just a lot of just powering through it, just keep banging my head against the wall until I finally get through. And I don't necessarily recommend that. I would actually recommend that people probably take a step back and get some help, or like breathe and try to regroup and figure out a better way of attacking it. But I didn't really have any. I felt like I didn't really have any options at that time. And that was just how I had to do it. I did have a lot of help from my family, which was amazing. But it was still pretty challenging.
Do you have any advice for any mothers or parents in general on how to balance this all out?
Yeah, I think the first one would be don't be too hard on yourself. Like, I know even now still, I'm just like, oh man, I didn't spend enough time with the kids this week. I didn't help them grow in this way. I saw this and I let it go. Just relax. Just know, like, do the best you can and know that that's okay and they're going to be fine. And yeah, just lower your own expectations of yourself and be happy with what you can do.
That's awesome advice. During the formative years of LMG, is there a favorite memory that sticks out to you the most?
I don't know if it's my favorite memory, but it's definitely ingrained in me. I remember, so every year we do budgeting. And at the beginning, Linus and I weren't exactly aligned on how we should budget. So I remember staying up super late, Linus having the baby in one hand and us sitting at an Excel, like rocking the baby, and us sitting at the computer at an Excel sheet, just arguing about numbers and being like, no, this is how much we should spend on this, and this is how much we should spend on this, and just like going back and forth. I feel like over the years we've definitely molded each other and we're more aligned now. It's definitely a much simpler conversation than it used to be. Now our gut feelings just kind of match each other. We've trained each other well over the years.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I just remember baby in one hand and cats. Actually, yeah, our cats used to lay on us all the time, so cat in the lap, and it was just everything all at once.
Right. What's your favorite video LMG has ever made?
Okay, I feel like this is a cheating one, but I liked the retirement stream, actually. And the reason being was that it was just really real. And I feel like a lot of especially since tech is not my first passion, so some of that stuff is less interesting to me. I like all the insider business and feelings and just the thought processes that go on behind the scenes. I like that kind of stuff.
Did Linus tell you that he was going to do this stream?
No, I had no idea. I was actually downstairs because he was upstairs at our home doing that stream, and I was downstairs, I don't know, playing with the kids or getting dinner or something. And I had people messaging me being like, hey, is Linus okay? Is everything okay? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's upstairs streaming. What's going on? So I actually didn't find out till the end of the stream, and I was like, oh, geez, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I think he probably did that on purpose because it probably would have been too much if I had been there with him.
A lot of people know you as the CFO of the company, but I guess what does that entail on a day-to-day basis?
So I feel like CFO is not necessarily all-encompassing of the things that I do. Right. I do a lot of things that aren't accounting, but we'll go into accounting first. So it depends. Even my role in accounting has changed over the years as we've grown. So when we first started, it meant literally doing every single entry, every single receipt, every single expense, every single invoice, the whole shebang. It included doing payroll and hiring and and then all the business admin. So this isn't even really CFO stuff, just like I mentioned before, business licenses, insurance, health and dental, figuring out, there's just so many aspects of accounting, sales tax, income tax, like just all that stuff.
Right.
Legal stuff, actually, that's something that people, I think, often forget of. There's a lot of lawyer work that's involved as you grow. Number of times we've had to restructure the company has just been ridiculous. Every time I think, oh, I'm done now, everything's good. It's like, nope, you weren't set up the correct way because you just changed this part of your business, so now you need to do it this way. It's like, oh, great. And then over the years, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Over the years, because we were a small team, I had to do a lot of other things like, so in the early days when we were a small team, there wasn't people to do things like HR. So I started doing HR, and there weren't people to do things like, hey, our company is growing and we need a new space besides the garage. I had to go, obviously with the help of other people, Linus had to be there from a logistical standpoint. Is this enough space? Where are we going to put these things? But, helping find those things, doing all of the closing for it, the new headquarters, all of the construction build outs, the office makeovers and things like that. So a lot of that kind of stuff gets thrown my way. For the new lab, I'm working on the layouts and coordinating the contractors or helping coordinate all the contractors that are going to be coming in and just making sure we're on top of all that stuff.
That's a lot. One question I had for you is, how did you learn all of this? Because obviously business and accounting isn't your background.
No, there was a lot of. Okay, so I actually took one accounting class in university as an elective, and I'm really glad I did because that at least gave me some basic understanding. But a lot of it was just trial and error, honestly, and Googling research. Um, I had to figure it out on my own and get help along the way from people who knew better or just gather as much information as possible. Um, yeah, and then even now, there's still things that I think because I'm not a formal accountant, I don't know some of the terms they use or this or that. But what I do know is our business really well. And so I'm able to, with their help, kind of mesh the two things together and make sure that we're doing things correctly.
So you're also a big creative and maker type person, is that correct?
I try to, but it's hard to have time to do that, but I try to. Yeah.
What got you into this hobby?
Well, I've always loved arts and crafts, whether that's drawing, painting, coloring, whatever, you name it. I find it relaxing, but also really stressful, actually, because I'm just so driven to do everything like correctly and well. And so sometimes I get stuck. I'm like, oh, this isn't perfect. I hate it. And I throw it out. But what I'm trying to do also is relax about that. See, as you can tell, I really need to relax. And yeah, just I'm trying to be okay with, hey, it might not be perfect this time, but I'll try again next time and we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just naturally inclined to that stuff. I don't know if you've heard of McTavish Art Academy, but they have these 3D laser wood things that are like landscapes that you can paint, and that was really relaxing. So that was fun. I can show you a picture if you want to see. Sometimes the most stressful part about making stuff is figuring out what to make. So what I've been doing recently is I've been buying kits that let you, like, it's kind of already got an idea of, like, it was just a wood 3D stencil thing, and then I went and I painted it and stuff. So I've been getting kits recently, and then so it's kind of structured. I'm not starting from nowhere being like, oh my gosh, what do I make? And then I basically spend 2 hours on Pinterest and I'm like, oh well, there goes my crafting time. I'm trying to figure it out. So now I'm getting kits, and then I'm actually spending time doing them, which is fun.
That's awesome. What's your favorite thing you've ever made?
Oh geez. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the stuff I made was born out of necessity. Like, that was actually the exception. Whenever I'm making a shirt or whatever, it's like, oh, it's for a family Disney trip, but we're just getting family shirts. Or, oh, I'm making a gift for Linus, so it's, PJs or whatever, and it's stuff that he likes. I don't think I've actually made many things that are just things that I like for myself. Even that kit that I got, it was because the kids got kits and that one came free, so I did that one. Like, I don't think I've made something just for me before. So I don't actually have an answer for you. One day I will, and then I'll show you.
Do you have anything in mind that you'd want to make at some point in the future?
No, not really.
Yeah?
No.
Okay, that's all good.
Sorry.
No,
I don't have time to plan that far in advance.
It's all good. Is this your favorite thing to do in your free time, though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I used to really enjoy baking. So I actually used to make cake or cookies or something, or cupcakes for everyone's birthday when we started the company. And then I had to stop when we got to like 25 people because it literally meant I was baking every other week, and it took the joy out of it for me. I'm sorry. No more home baked goods for birthdays.
I could only imagine, like, nowadays it'd probably be like every couple of days you would have to do it. It's crazy.
But for a while I really enjoyed that because I was trying new recipes and different things. I think my favorite one from that time was like the lemon bars that we made.
Lemon bars, okay.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
If you had to give up everything with cheese or everything with eggs, which one would it be?
Oh, I would definitely give up everything with eggs.
Everything with egg,
Well,
even if
no,
you like
wait.
baking?
No, because eggs is in. Okay, no, 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 no. I take that back. Everything with cheese. Yeah.
Everything with cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because eggs are in things that you don't even realize they're in, like pasta or whatever. So yeah, definitely
Oh, I didn't
cheese.
even think about
Yeah, I
that.
know,
So
right?
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
okay. Okay, yeah, I'd probably go the same with you. Yeah, okay. Anyways, thanks so much for sitting down with me. It was
Yeah.
great getting to know you
Yeah,
a
no
little bit
worries.
more, and I'm sure like all the Floatplane people, they're gonna appreciate this a lot.
Cool. Thanks.